Hey everybody, welcome to the Great American Crawl. We are here for stop 2 of the season in beautiful Vernal, Utah.
Yeah, we started off the morning back in Michigan. It started snowing. We had probably about 2-3 inches on the ground by the time we all woke up and got ready to go on the trail.
Sky pudding.
Oh, look, there's a stupid camera. Good morning, Dennis.
Good morning, Jason.
Good morning.
To see all the snow covered, I mean, it was pretty to see, but I thought we were gonna have a super slow day. I thought we were gonna be spinning on every obstacle. It wasn't really like that. There was still some traction, everything else. I mean, it kind of surprised me in that aspect, and the snow melted off pretty fast by the afternoon.
What a beautiful day, boys! It's like we're back home.
So this is gonna be eventful. I'm gonna be surprised if people make it up that hill.
I'm gonna be surprised that people actually show up.
Well,
We got
there is that.
I know we have
boys.
to.
That's it.
They probably looked outside and were like, these guys are idiots.
This is our first heavy storm.
Really?
There were already a couple people in the parking lot when we got there to set up at like 7 a.m. and people just kept coming.
Stop! I've noticed a lot of you are not subscribed to the channel. We are going to be giving away a free shirt in every video this year. This is one of the new shirts we're giving away on the Great American Crawl at every stop. We've also got these and a bunch of other apparel we're launching. We're going to be grabbing one thing out of our store at random and sending it out to one of you who have subscribed to the channel. Like, subscribe, leave a comment below that you have and what your shirt size is, and it could be you. We're going to pin your comment to the top, whoever we pick, and then you're going to be getting a pretty cool piece of clothing. Enjoy the video.
Starting the day, we had about 2 groups in us. We were the second group, so we already had a big long lineup before us. But you can kind of hear some engines and some tires spinning up. And the first thing you see is this kind of massive cave with a big slab on the right side to go in it, or there's little offshoots to get kind of around it into a bypass inside of the cave itself.
But by the time I got up there, the Fab Rats guys were running on it. I mean, they beat on it for a while. To me, you just had to hit that thing. You just had to have a ton of wheel speed to get up there. I wasn't even gonna mess with it because, I mean, if you managed to launch up it, it was like an immediate hard left. Otherwise, you were just gonna.
Your front tires would have been up top before you were at the bottom.
I would have made a new door in the cave. I was going straight through.
It would have been a tunnel at that point. And then we come to our first obstacle, which is a nice little coin-sized rock, like I said, and you kind of have to hug high left. And for the people that were a little bit wider on the hips, especially if you're green.
Yeah, that rock. Wow, you're scraping all down.
I just like to leave my green mark around wherever I go, you know? It's just my signature move.
My son and I were both on that side, and we were just watching him go down the rock, kind of surprised that he was still going.
I thought I was just close.
Well, we had some sections to where, like, even with the snow on the ground, it was still
good,
super grippy. Like, you had a lot of traction, and we had a few, like, pretty good hill climbs of smooth rock, and you could just almost idle up through it. There's a few you need a little bit of wheel speed through, but it was still pretty idleable.
Yeah, I like that. And well, I like the fact that there was, I mean, for a relatively short loop, I don't think it was but a couple miles maybe.
Yeah.
There was a lot of neat stuff that shot off to the sides.
Yeah, for sure.
Some of those, I don't know if you remember, there was a few of those pretty steep ones that were actually running water. And where the water washed the loose stuff off, it was perfect, even though it was like literally running water off of it.
Surprisingly grippy. in spots like today where we had some snow on the ground, we did have some sections that were a little slick to where stickies I feel like would have been a little bit more beneficial. But I did see that like with the 42s having a little bit of extra height clearance, I don't think I hit my belly on anything this like today alone, which I normally smack a lot of things with my belly and control arms. And my diffs too. I don't think I hit anything with my diffs this week.
When you're coming through the trail, that was one that was really, really cool. So you'll come in and you'll make a right, and I mean, it's just a massive crack that you've got to straddle. For me, it was, because I'm 9 miles wide, went over it. And I didn't realize until we had gotten up over it, and Trey and those guys came back down, I didn't realize that it was a full cave underneath it that you could get down into. I had no clue.
I didn't actually go down to the cave. I know you jumped down through the crack.
Oh, it was very neat. The kids and I went down there, and one of the guys from Fab Rats actually drove over. So my daughter said that's the first time we've ever been ran over. So that was that was interesting. It was really cool to see.
Well, yeah, when you rolled up on it, you just seen a crack in the ground. It's like, huh, that's cool. We got to straddle that. But then as you get closer and closer, then you're like, there's like a cave down there. That's kind of cool. And I did notice there was a GoPro sitting down in there already, so then we need to check that out. That looks neat. So apparently they're sending me into a cave, which I'm scared of. Don't let me die, Dennis. Hey, look, there's a dude up there. That's pretty freaking cool.
Hop on the main road, which is again a perfect thing with having DOT tires. You could just hop right on, do 50 miles an hour down the road, and hop right back off to go to the rest of the trail. Got off the road and got into like our next little playground area, a little obstacle course, which is pretty cool to be in.
So they bring us in, and I mean, the very first section when you come in, there's lines everywhere. And there's a big, nice climb kind of right up the middle where you gotta even bump it to get up the first ledge to line up for it. And then you just kind of gotta ride that face up.
You had the little main ledge there. I did kind of like a middle-ish left line on it and bumped it up over. And one of our trail guides said, you got to either keep momentum or have horsepower to do it. Well, I don't have horsepower, so I figured I might as well use momentum to it. one of the guides said like, hey, there's a really cool spot over there, like onto your right if you want to hit it. The only thing is that like it'll push you into the trees. And I was like, oh, me and trees, not good. So after I saw everyone pass through and I had an opening to it, I hit it. There's a really big hole on the right side, and I kept going in that hole several times. I actually made it up one of the times and ended up into the tree, and I didn't want to just crush everything on the right side, so I backed back down it.
I forgot to hit record. That way and back up. I was going to hit the record and I didn't. I just hold my phone at you. Wait, I'll do it again.
And then there was this other wall off to the left. And so we're all doing kind of the middle line. Alex is playing over on the right. Jeremy Jones hit the left line, much steeper line.
Yeah, I did the ledge and then the middle line up top and then looped around, and then Jason came over and said something about putting me on it, and I just let keys are on it, buddy, have a good time.
Andy decides he wants to see his Jeep do something cool. And I'm told I'm getting in the Jeep, in Andy's Jeep, to ride with Jason because he's gonna go up the wall that Jeremy Jones made it up.
Andy said he wanted a cool video of something. Go, do a kickflip. Hey, do kickflips cost me money? We went and did that one line, kind of got a little bit of feel, and then we got down and lined up to that big ledge that the buggy dude hit.
You can go straight.
Finally committed. We did a couple test feels for it.
And we asked Dennis, hey.
And we asked Dennis, that guy behind the camera.
So we asked Dennis, hey.
What's on top?
It's flat.
It's flat? There's a tree right there.
And that was hard because there was all kinds of people watching.
And it wasn't your Jeep.
And it wasn't my Jeep. And Andy said to do some kick flips, and you know, freaking Andy.
He said it's still there. You need more.
It's really planted. You just need to give it some more gas.
You can't get back in reverse if you're a third.
Now we're on the flat that Dennis was telling us about, and asked, where do we go next? Well, apparently it was where the buggy went, and we had to drop down that stupid thing.
There you go. I'll be down right there. Okay, turn the wheel to the left. There you go. Go. Right there, buddy. Go down.
She settled back down on the ground, and I stopped for a second and let my legs shake, and we're good after that, I think.
In Andy's words, and here we are.
And here we are.
I didn't realize I had to come down that shit till I was up there.
You guys in that top rock, I'd have been like, this is home.
Hey, we asked over there, we asked Dennis, what's up top? He goes, it's flat.
Hey, he lied.
After the whoops, we came up on the Fab Rats guys with the FJ trying to hit up the right line over there, and it's a pretty gnarly climb to be up there, and it puts you off camber, and if you don't hit it right, it'll twist you over. And they attempted a few times, ultimately didn't make it. and then Nick tried it. Nick was on it a few times, hit a few different lines until ultimately he got a nice hit up and then just kind of crawled up the rest of the way on it. Pretty interesting to watch. And then you had a fun time on it.
No, I watched Jeremy Jones try it and not make it, and then everybody's like, pull down here. I'm like, Jeremy Jones didn't make it. Why am I pulling down here?
I was a little western. Yeah, but it's not hooked up. I'll get this way a little bit.
They pointed out a few like true buggy lines. So we whipped everybody around and headed back the way we came.
Well, yeah, because we had a menagerie of everything with us. I mean, there was big dudes and rock buggy and little bitty Jeeps. I mean, there was everything.
Yeah. When we go, we start to hit that, and it's like ledges after ledges, and it's kind of almost like it was rolling up this big hill. And you know, you'd kind of go a little ways, and it was just kind of, you know, riding basically on the rock wall, but then you'd have to get up another ledge. And then actually we got kind of at one spot where you got up and there was a hard left and a drop.
Yeah, we crested like one of the taller sides of the big peak and then dropped back down off of that. Yeah, that had that big hard
left.
You had to drop and turn at the same time, and yeah, it kind of put you off camber and pointed you at the dirt.
And then we circled around, and that's where we started coming up that top portion where we ended up meeting you at. You were parked at that rock.
So we get to the top of that, and so we kind of go up. Alex is like, whoa! We see him on foot. He's parked. And then a bunch of the local guys were up there saying, hey man, we're gonna go this way, but here's the thing. You gotta go around this rock. And when he said you gotta go around this rock, I get out and I start looking at it. Well, the rock's on the right side, and then the left side is nothing for 120, 150 feet.
Yeah, it was a long ways. You would die.
Yeah.
You guys are going to be pissed, because when you see the verticals up here, you're going to wish you'd come up this way. Yeah.
The key is not, I'm not doing it. The key is just don't look that way at all.
See, the thing is with this shit is it's nothing, right? It's literally nothing. You take that out of the equation, it's nothing.
I mean, you've got this big rock over here that you don't really want to get on because it's going to put you really wanky. And then you've got this, and it's sloped down, and it is Shanghai at the bottom of this thing. I mean, and you're driving way off camber off the edge of this thing to get around that rock. I don't know how it felt because I got up and Alex had to drive my Jeep. I wasn't doing it.
I got up there and they told me that I had to go around the rock, and I didn't really want to do that with my Jeep. So after everyone I saw go through that, I was like, well, I can't chicken out. I got to do it at least once. Why not pick the largest vehicle out of the group to do it with?
No, I don't want to watch him. Get him out of there. Oh my God.
I'm not a fan of roller coasters, and that's just going up and then the straight down. I don't like that. And all you can see is sky and ground, and there's nothing. That's scary.
As long as I can see the trail in front of me, I'm okay. It's those times where you're up and you're looking around going, do I go left, right, straight?
He starts acting nervous, and then I start wondering about our safety. So then that's scary.
You just got to keep going until you finally see the trail again, and or someone yells at you.
I don't think the drop off bothered me. I did feel a little bit better when I got there because at least you were away from the edge of the earth. I mean, all you had to worry about was a heck of a tumble down. And I knew from people talking that it was going to be a good drop. I just wasn't expecting it to be such a long drive down. I mean, it was, And, I know when we finally went off it, and I was trying to make sure Nick was all the way down there because I had pretty much made up my mind with, the way my rig is that, okay, if things start feeling sketchy,
Good luck, everyone in front.
We're just putting it in fourth and hammering down, and we're going to see what happens.
That was a steep, long down. I mean, typically you can just kind of let out the brake, let the first gear, let the Atlas just work. And it was actually not just chirping, but jumping because it was not holding it.
And those are straight down.
They were straight down and for a while.
Your nose was straight down.
Yeah.
I don't like those. It feels like you're going to tip forward. Thankfully, we've never done that, but that's what I always feel like it's going to do.
By midday, it was beautiful outside.
Yeah.
I mean, it heated up, the sun came out, the snow started melting off.
I think overall it was a good balance between the two because we did have like nice scenic trails, some like little 2-track action too, but still hitting some pretty gnarly stuff.
I feel like this has been one of the more exciting
different,
crawls
unique
that we've done, just because the different terrain and the views and just everything. It's gorgeous out here, and I love it.
Mm-hmm. I feel like Vernal's kind of like a hidden gem up here.
Yeah.
If you want more information on the Great American Crawl and to figure out how to get onto our next event, check out thegreatamericancrawl.com, see for yourself, find some events, register there.
I know we're looking forward to tomorrow. Hopefully the weather holds out and we end up with another nice day, and hope you guys stay tuned for day 2 of the Great American Crawl here in Vernal.